The government is going to close down the church.
They're threatening to make us pay property taxes. It's going to destroy the church.
This modern music is going to destroy the church.
All these current translations are going to destroy the church.
COVID-19 is going to destroy the church. Hi, Pastor. Maybe you have had some of those voices in your head. Maybe those words have come out of your mouth. Maybe you are hearing others talk about the latest threat to the church. And as I listen to various pastors, I hear sometimes a great deal of fear over threats to the church, as if the church was some very fragile thing that was always just a hair's breadth away from being wiped out. And sometimes I think that that concern, even if we don't say it dramatically or exaggeratedly, is still hiding in our hearts. We fear what might happen, and we fear external threats, and we see them as threats. And then as a pastor, boy, I understand that. It is such a human response. It isn't a terribly biblical response, and it ignores a lot of church history. And so I want to encourage you today. Jesus, when he first talks about the church after Peter had made his great declaration of Jesus' messiahship as the Son of the living God, Jesus said that on the rock he would build his church. And he said, and the gates of hell will not prevail against it. And the idea there is gates are not offensive weapons. Gates are actually defensive weapons. Nobody brings the gate to you. And so when Jesus said the gates of hell would not prevail, he wasn't talking about that the church would be assaulted by hell. He said the church would be assaulting hell, and its gates couldn't hold the church back. And yet so often we are in a defensive crouch, fearing what's coming in. And we forget that entire governmental forces, from Paul as a Pharisee, as Saul killing the church, from Roman emperors feeding Christians to lions and lighting them on fire, to communist and Islamic governments forcibly and powerfully with all the tools at its disposal, including terrible cruelty, have tried to extinguish the church. And all they've done is make it bigger. Because the church is guarded not by me and not by you, not by the Bill of Rights, not by all our human efforts. The church belongs to Jesus. He died for her. He bought her. He calls her his bride. And he is far more protective and far more effective as a protector than we can ever be. And so I don't think it's inappropriate to be wise about things that could harm the church. We are told to be good shepherds and to protect the flock. But we need to stop communicating so much fear and so much angst over the survival of the church. Because no human government has a chance. Not if the gates of hell themselves cannot prevail. Then why are we worried about people? Why are we worried about what any government will do? I'm not afraid. Because even if they imprison me, even if they ban everything, the church will thrive. In fact, based on the church's history, sometimes it thrives more. I am not inviting trouble. And I am not advocating for being careless. But Pastor, I want to encourage you to examine your heart for fear. And when you start going, oh, this is a threat to the church, go, wait a minute. Jesus is the creator of the church, the husband of the church, the protector of the church. He's the Lord of the church. It's not my church, it's his. He's got this. So I can be wise and I can be cautious, but I do not need to be afraid. And even though these are scary times, Pastor, God's got this. I'm praying for you. I hope that you'll pray for me. I pray that you will be encouraged and strengthened in the inner man as we are called to be salt and light and to lead our people to be that city on a hill that cannot be hidden as God's kingdom is unmistakable to our lost and dying world. Have a good day.